4030 is a mixed additive and balancing clear. It can be added to any of the Createx color paint lines. By adding 4030 in to your favorite Createx color, it improves performance, flow, leveling, coating formation, adhesion on any surface including plastics, and tip dry. Mix ratios are simple. By volume, 10 to 25%. By adding 4030 in to your favorite Createx color, what you're doing is creating an acrylic urethane paint. What this means is it's going to handle and perform a lot more like an automotive acrylic urethane paint. This means ease of sprayability through your spray guns. Now let me give you an example of mixing. In this example of mixing 4030 in with any Createx color to spray through a big spray gun, I'm going to be using one of my all-time favorite colors from AutoWare, Fastback Green. This is an awesome color, and if you haven't seen it before, definitely give it a look. As you can see, I have my mixing cup here ready to go. On the side of the mixing cup, I'm going to be mixing off the ml gauge. I'm going to be mixing right here to the 100 ml mark, and you can see there's 2 black marks. Those are just for reference when I start mixing. To get started with mixing, I'm going to go ahead and start with my Fastback Green. I'm going to go ahead and mix in to my 100 ml mark. Now that I have my Fastback Green in, I'm going to go ahead and get ready to mix my 4030 in. The 4030, I'm going to go ahead and do about a 10% mix ratio. It's okay to eyeball your mix ratios. It doesn't have to be precise. So I'm going to take my 4030 and I'm going to go ahead and add it to that first black line I have there. Now that I have my 4030 in, I'm going to go ahead and reduce my paint. I'm going to use 40-12 reducer. I'm going to go with a mix ratio of about 10%. It's okay to eyeball your mix ratios because what we're looking for is just a viscosity that's going to help flow through our spray gun properly. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my 40-12, and I'm going to go ahead and mix this up. I'm going to pour this to the next 10 ml mark. Once you get your reducer in, you want to go ahead and mix your paint thoroughly. After you have your paint mixed thoroughly, it's always a good idea to let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes. This allows time for your paint, your 4030, and your 4012 to completely mix in and melt together. After that time, you're okay to start spraying. I have my paint mixed, poured, and strained into my spray gun. The spray gun I'm using today is an Ernest Iwata LPH 400 LVX. I have a 1.2 fluid nozzle tip in it. Now you can use anywhere between a 1.2 and a 1.4 fluid nozzle tip. Either way, you're going to be fine. I have my air pressure set for this particular gun at 30 psi. Now your air pressure is going to vary anywhere between 27 psi to about 35 to 40 psi. You're just going to have to figure out what works best for your setup. So to get started, I'm going to be spraying over this panel that's been coated in Autoborn Sealer Black. Now because I'm using that Fastback Green on this particular color, the tint and the color is going to vary depending on what color sealer you have down. I like black the best, but white is also awesome. When spraying, you want to do fast, even flow coats. You don't want to go too fast as to create a dust or a tack coat, and you don't want to go too slow as to create puddling on your panel. You want to do fast, even coats. You want to start from one end and work your way back, stacking each coat as you go. After you spray your first coat, you'll notice your panel is completely glossy. Before you add your second or third coats on, you want to make sure your paint is completely dry. The easiest way to tell is to look for a flat or a semi-gloss finish consistently all the way through your panel. If you want to speed this process along, it's okay to go ahead and take your spray gun and spray air over the top to help speed it up. Once you can see your paint is at flat or semi-gloss finish consistently all the way through, you're okay to put your second or third coat on if needed. If you have any paint left over in your gun, it's okay. Just pour it into an airtight container and it'll be ready to use another time. Cleanup is simple. Just rinse your gun thoroughly with 40-12 reducer and you're all done. I'm Armando Serrano with Createx Colors. Thanks for watching.